We will go to Stephen. Stephen, how are you?
How you doing, boys? Long time no speak. I've been watching, but I've had a bit of the man flu, and I'm sounding like death. But first off, positive note. Congratulations, guys, on winning that award. Well,
thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you. Yeah, that will soothe any sore throat, make any throat
We've won a
better.
trophy. We've won a trophy this season, haven't we?
That's it. We can go home now. Yeah,
we've won two.
It's been an absolute nightmare, isn't it, guys? I mean, I've never been so depressed. I can't think the last time I was this depressed after that Liverpool game. And like Craig, I've been Ange out for a while, but I'm starting to think now. What are we going to do? I mean, I did hear something the other day. Now, you'll know this better than me, Chris. Is it Jeff Scott that worked at Tottenham?
Yeah.
But he apparently, insiders have said, that he fell out with Ange over how the players were being trained. Yeah. And he left the club. Now, because I've always had this thing, these injuries, is Ange doing something wrong? Not just him, but the medical staff. So that's been worrying me. But also, I mean, I've the transfer window. I mean, didn't we, late on it? And I mean, I had a song for Daniel leaving. It was like Daniel, Daniel is putting his cash in the bank, putting our cash in the bank, but he won't buy any players because Daniel ain't worth a wank. I had all these lyrics for Daniel Levy. It was a great song, but I can't really sing at the moment because my voice is a bit short. And I don't want to. It's his birthday today, Daniel Levy, isn't it? Happy birthday, Daniel, mate. Yeah, right. Let's get that one out of the way. But lads, what we're going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow is all that matters. Forget the Liverpool game, mate. It's gone. You know what? I don't like to tempt fate. I really don't like to tempt fate because it's like in reverse. If you predict we're going to lose, we might win. So I think we're going to lose tomorrow 5-0. Nudge, wink, wink. But seriously, I mean, what do you guys think about tomorrow? First, just before I go on to that, guys, the relegation thing. Now, I'm a very superstitious guy. I'm very superstitious. As the great. As it's not late yet, but the Stevie Wonder once sang, it is the year of the snake. Now, in 1977, it was the year of the snake, and we went down, and it's the year of the snake again. It's basically based on the lunar calendar, and the new moon enters Aquarius sort of January, February time, and it lasts for about 12 months. We're in the year of the snake. Are we going to go down like we did in 77? Because every 12 years it repeats, and bad things happen for Tottenham. Like in 77, in 89, Arsenal won at Anfield, didn't they, to win the league, and then onwards and upwards. And now it's 2005, the year of the snake. I'm really worried we could still go down, but I'm praying that all this superstitious nonsense isn't real, as much as I like to believe in it. But what do you think about tomorrow? Do you give us a hope tomorrow? Because we have got a good record at Villa, haven't we?
Yeah, we do. But to be honest, Stephen, your answers and you coming on this show is like Tottenham this season. I just don't know what to expect. I just don't know what to expect at all.
It was like, going back to the Daniel thing, it was Dictator Daniel, you are killing our club, but you don't feel the pain or the scars that we feel. Our club is dying. Can't you see us crying? Daniel, you're But no, look, I don't want to give Levy too much. He's got enough grief. Let's give him a day off on his birthday. Cheers, Daniel. It's the other thing with this Daniel thing. It's like Daniel. I can see Daniel waving goodbye. There'll be no tears in our eyes. Manchester United, big protest there, isn't there? I don't know if you saw Brian Dale had this epic rant. It was awesome. He had this amazing rant. Crackers had an amazing rant about Daniel Levy, and I'm not saying all that he's done for the club has been bad. He has built the most magnificent stadium, but it's like having a great house with no furniture in it. He's done all these signings way too late. And I just don't know where we're going anymore. I'm really worried, but I'm trying to be positive. I mean, but...
Do you know the sad thing, Stephen? Sorry, just to jump in there. Pochettino was the one that coined that phrase, didn't he? It's all very well having a nice house without, the furniture. Do you think, because I've thought about this a lot over the last few weeks, had we backed Pochettino, had we got over the line in that Champions League final, had we won that Champions League final, I think the future, the next 5 years up to this point would have been vastly different had they brought in those players, because players would want to come to Tottenham, we'd have been at that top table again, wouldn't we, rather than just visiting. Do you think that was that the
sliding doors moment?
The slide. That's a perfect description. The sliding doors moment.
The thing is, with Poch, and we were unlucky in that final. I don't care what anybody says. Salah took a dive, and I'll tell you what, I was so angry at Carragher the other night. Did he forget we never win big games? Did he forget about when we beat Ajax 3-2? One of the
thing is, though,
of my life.
The thing is, what I think a lot of people forget is that had we won that Champions League final, I think Pochettino would have left.
It's a good point, Chris, that he might well have done, because I mean, what he did, Pochettino, was miraculous. It was like walking on water. It was miraculous. And I think Levy, he felt, I'll get Mourinho in. Mourinho will win us a trophy. I'll get Conte in. Conte. And no, I think they've had their day, those guys. And like I said, we had about Nuno. I think Nuno, those doing well at Forest, there isn't the pressure. And I still think Areola's the guy for us. I don't think Poch will ever come back, sadly, because I think he's fell out. I don't think Daniel Levy liked what he wrote in his book, did he? I don't think he liked what Poch wrote in his book. And I think, because Poch wanted to come back to us, didn't he? Before he got the Chelsea job, he was basically begging to come back to Tottenham, from what I've heard. And
I think what it was, Steve, I think what it was with Pochettino, with Daniel Levy, was he brought in Jose and Conte. Yeah. Because, to be fair to him, he probably listened to the fans and they decided to do a 180 and bring in these win now managers. Yeah. The trouble with that is that's all and fine and well, but you've got to give these win now managers the players.
Money. Yeah, and they need the money. Exactly. And I think whoever comes in for us has got to be able to cope. Now, I think Ange, although he's quite a robust character, I think Levy sees him as a little bit of a yes man, because he never complains. And credit to him for that, because I thought when Conte threw us under the bus, when he cooked, he said all the players were going, Harry Kane, what he did for that club? No way. I think Conte threw us under the bus and he was a disgrace. And I was glad when Conte left. I thought that probably one of the worst things was sacking Mourinho before the City final. I never understood that, because I think Mourinho's the sort of guy, he probably would have won us that, being the sort of guy he is, even though I think he was a bit of a busted flush. But I'm sort of thinking now, because you get the siege mentality, don't you, now? Because I've had thoughts in my head, horrible thoughts, getting to like really dislike Ange because of the injuries, and I feel bad about it. He's still a Tottenham manager, and I feel, and Spurs fans arguing with each other. I saw Barnaby and G Moore having this argument.
Oh, that was a Barney, wasn't it?
And I took Barnaby's side on that, because I thought, look, we all lose our rag. I've done things and lost my rag that I'm not proud with. Sometimes I said horrible things, but I thought, Barnaby was in the right there. But anyway, we all make mistakes. G Moore, sorry, mate, if I called you something nasty, but nothing personal, mate. We're all Tottenham in the end. Let's all stand together. Let's get the siege mentality now. Look, if Ange loses tomorrow, I fear he might get the bullet. And it sounds a bit hypocritical, because I was saying I wanted to get the bullet after the Liverpool game, after the Everton game. I wanted him gone, but I'm trying to give him the benefit of that, because I don't want it. I want him to succeed like you, Chris. I want him to succeed so bad. I want him to do it. Nothing will give me greater pleasure to look an absolute bloody idiot, which I probably do now, and be proven wrong. And Ange wins the FA Cup and wins the Europa League, and he says, "Yeah, mate, it's what we do. All people put me down. It's a bloody pockets, mate. We got it in the bank." So I want Ange to do it. And I hope to God tomorrow that he does. And I think he mustn't get caught in a rock and a hard place. I think what's happened at Anfield the other night, he got caught in a rock and a hard place. Like you said, Craig, the guy before said, he'd have been slaughtered if he'd have gone for it. And when it was get to I never want to see Basuma in a Spurs shirt again. I've had it with him now. How many times has he given the ball away? And I don't want to see him playing for Spurs again, Basuma. I'm done with him. I think we should get rid of Richie at the end of the season. We've got to start getting players now that can stay fit. Apparently, I heard that when they got the replacement for Klopp, one of the things they checked on Liverpool was the injury record of the guy that we wanted. My mind's gone, the Dutchman at Liverpool now, Slot. They checked his injury history. And my main concern about Ange is the injuries. That has he brought some of this on himself? And with Jeff Scott supposedly having this argument with him before he left, that is my biggest worry about Ange, is the injuries, that he might have brought some of it, not all of it, some of it on himself. But he's proved that he can adapt. Look at Brentford. And that nice shine Jamie Carragher up. Then, when he won at Brentford 2-0, that was a great night, And then it was followed by that Liverpool debacle, because I stayed in bed all day. So I was so depressed about it all, and I only just got up today. I've been so depressed with that Liverpool game and all the Liverpool gloating fans, and I'm getting you start to hate Scousers, and this shouldn't do, because I mean, John, Paul, George, and Ringo, mate. I love the Beatles, so I don't want to hate all Scousers, but Jamie Carragher, I'll see you next Tuesday, mate. So Jamie Carragher, mate, I would love it, to quote a great Liverpool player when he was City manager, I would love it if we meet Liverpool in the FA Cup and we turn them over at Anfield.
Stephen,
guys, love you guys. And
thank you so much.
Your channel, well deserved. Come on, you Spurs.
Thank you. We'll speak to you soon.
What a character.
This is the only thing about doing live shows, and this is the only thing about inviting everyone on. You never, ever know what's going to be said.
Absolutely love Stephen, I have to say.